Good morning, good evening, and welcome everyone in today's class. So today are on the fifth day of our class specifically. Okay, in the last 2 to 3 days, what we discuss or what we covered, let me show you on my screen here. Okay, so we're done with the ITSM introduction, ServiceNow introduction, how to get the PDI that we discussed, banner frame, content, application navigator, service portal, and finally on the list view or the form view part. Yesterday, I created a user for everyone so that you guys can log in and start looking into the service now, and hope everybody is able to log in properly because no one put any question in the group that he or she is facing the issue while logging. Okay, so today I will pick up approximately these 2 or 3 topics because these are required. These three are the interrelated one. So we'll take this one, and but before that I'll take the properties one. Okay, so when we talk about the property or the when I say the system property, so if I take any one name, like let me take name of Sachin. Sachin has a few properties related to Sachin. It's not like that hardware or financials property. I'm talking about property which define that yes, he is a male. His name is Sachin. His last name is Gupta. He is qualified. He is working in an IT company. He is getting this much as a pay. It means properties are basically a field or attribute of any system. Like if I say, okay, what is the property of a mobile phone? Anyone can tell me what is the property of a mobile phone? Yeah, tell me please.
The system, the
Okay.
storage,
Okay.
capacities, something like that. The properties, everything that we can be defined as attributes, let's say.
Right. So it means by seeing the property, you can identify it is a mobile phone or it is a laptop, and what type of laptop or what type of mobile phone it is. If I say I have something which use for baking the cake, it is from a brand called LG. It work on the electricals or electric part. It means you're getting some point that Atul is talking about microwave oven here. It can be conventional, it can be normal, it can be standard one, but he's talking about the microwave oven. Okay. In the same way, my service now also has some property. Okay. Now we will discuss that what property is basically. One thing which need to be clarified that the property which we are discussing is specifically on the system property. I am talking about the ServiceNow property. We have two type of properties here. Number one is a system property which overall define the picture of a ServiceNow, and then we have a module level property. Okay, now let me take you here. So you can see these colors, this text is coming, all these things you are seeing here. Now I'll tell you that how and from where these things are coming actually. Okay, but before that, which we missed out earlier, and I was surprised that no one asked this question, that when I click on this setting button here, on the top we have switched to UI 15. Nobody asked Atul what is the meaning of this UI 15. Anyone has any idea what is UI 15? Anyone has any
No.
idea? Mm-hmm.
Is our interface 15? I don't
It's
know.
it's an interface 15. That's fine. Why? But why it's interface 15? And do you know that what interface we are working as of now? Or
Oh,
as of now?
okay. I don't know. It's like a version, right? Does it mean that that's a version of service now that was in the past or retired or something or in the past? Is
Okay.
that what,
Somehow I'm agree, but not completely. Anyone else? Sachin, what do you think? Do you have any idea that what is UI 15? Or you guys use UI 15 in your project or in your company?
Like if I guess it's the old version. It's
Mhm.
not as
It's
colorful as
based
the. It's not as okay.
Okay. Now let me tell you something important here. Okay. The thing is that we as a child, when we grow, we always make sure that few things never should be changed. It is human tendency, right? I want to continue with the same approach even though that is not good for me, but still I continue with that approach. Still I use those things which is too old, but I'm still using it. Okay, like take example. I okay, let's not take example. Let me take you on the direct what is UI 15 here. Okay, so ServiceNow has a two type of UI at present, UI 15 and UI 16. UI 16 is this one which we are using now. Okay, now when I show you the UI 15, you will say, hey, what is this? This is not look good to us. But I am the one who work in UI 15 as well. I'm working in ServiceNow when we are on the Fuji release, Fuji or this in Geneva release. So when I click on this, you will be surprised now to see. See, the complete interface has been changed now. Can you imagine? We have a search box here. We don't have any option here. We have a logged in user detail here. We have a application navigator plus my list view kind of things here. We have a setting button here. We have a logout button here. We have a chat button here. We can minimize this collapse. We can maximize this. See, we don't have any favorite option here. You can see here, no favorite option here, right? But you can make any field favorite like this and click here. You can see the favorites one. Okay, now if I click here on the settings, see, when I click on the UI 16, the settings are different, but here the six settings are totally different. Time, ago, both vertical, horizontal, all these things. So in my UI 16, everything was in a specific tabs, but in UI 15, everything in a one page only. Now the question comes, why is ServiceNow still providing UI 15 to the customers? What do you think?
Some people don't like change, and some people already built all their stuff there. Or maybe they don't have money to upgrade.
Okay. Shihim, what do you think? Why is ServiceNow still providing UI 15?
So the differences between the two versions.
But if they're providing a latest version, then they should scrap the previous version, right?
Yes.
Then still they're providing. And you will surprise that if they change in the UI 16, they're changing in the UI 15 as well. See here. See, full screen.
Yes.
Is it more
Then
expensive to get UI?
no.
It's
You
not.
are you are getting ServiceNow instance. Then what is the expenses here? You are
Okay, that's
already paying,
true. That's true.
right? Okay, Sachin, what do you think? Roshan, yes, Sachin, you're speaking. Roshan,
Atul,
yes, Sachin,
probably,
tell me.
uh, probably for developer and for final users.
But that you can do in the UI 16 as well.
Rest, I have no idea about it.
Okay.
Can I say something if you don't mind?
Yes, Equi, tell me.
That's from my own personal experience. Sometimes it's just for user experience, just to get the end users to feel. From my experience with other software applications, certain times you just leave certain things for some older or some more habitual. Some end users are very, they just want to stick to something. They don't want change. So to increase user experience, or to make better, they provide options for you to stay with what you're already used to, so you don't have navigation issues. But I don't know what it is for ServiceNow, but that's my experience with.
But that's not only your experience. You get the 2 cents from me. That is the actually truth. That is the reason ServiceNow still maintaining the UI 15 as well. Because when ServiceNow want to scrap this particular stuff, they get a feedback from the users that few of the people who are using ServiceNow from the time of SPIN or kind of a Fuji time period, they're still liking this interface. And that is the reason ServiceNow still providing UI 15, and you can see that you can switch on UI 15 and UI 16 easily. And that is the only reason which I want to understand from your side, because it is said that ServiceNow is a user-friendly tool, and to make user happy, they're providing this functionality. Okay, so your answer is correct here.
Could you repeat? Excuse me. Could you repeat, Atul, please? What
Okay.
is the main reason to have the UI 15?
To maintain the user experience, because if you, okay, let take example. If you ask your grandfather, please use the AC in your room nowadays because it's too much hot outside, they will not agree. Why? Because they know that AC is not good for health. Second, they don't like AC as well. So they say, I'm happy for here. Let me continue my remaining life in this manner only. Because they're liking that experience. They want to stay at a place which is open, where they get the complete good air in the morning and the evening. They don't want to stay with us because we're staying in very small houses nowadays. It's covered up completely. So to maintain, to give a user-friendly experience, to make sure that user getting experience the same which they are getting earlier as well, they are using the UI 15 only. So if I am a modern age person, I'll prefer to UI 16. But if you talk to anyone who is using ServiceNow since the time of Geneva or Berlin, they are happy to still continue with the UI 15 only. That is the only reason for the same.
With
Okay.
the design of UI and if this, I mean, the design of the UI 15, it's the end user or the user experience can be maintained with this user interface.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that is the reason. Okay. So now we will see that is one of the important point which we missed out, and you can tell to your customer as well that the way you want, you can use that. Now let me come on the today's topic called the system properties. Navigator search for the system and properties. So you can see here system properties and multiple things are there. Number one, basic configuration, that is for the UI 15, and basic configuration for the UI 16. Let me show you on the 16 part here. This is a homework for you guys. You can go and use the UI 15. Maybe you can try this option in your personal instances, or you want to try this option in my instance, that will be also okay. Let me do the basic configuration for the UI 16. What includes in the basic configuration? Number one, I can change this name as well from here. Let me put my if I want to change this particular stuff, it should not be system configuration, it should become my name. See, it's changing quickly, right? Even though I did not save, but it's showing me the change. See, you can see here. If you want to set the time zone, you can set the time zone. If you want to change this image, I don't want ServiceNow, I want my logo. Okay, no problem. Click here to banner image. Let me go to the batch 3. And let me put my image here, or maybe this image here. I'll put it here. Uploading the file. It will take time. Seconds it take basically. Sometimes it is not coming. Just reload your page 1 or 2 times. It will become automatically. Okay. Then you want to set a date format. You can set. You want to set a time format. You can set. You want to change the header color background. This one. I want something else. See, it's changing. But remember, these changes you are doing in the system property will not be personalized. This will impact every user. Okay, so don't be confused that Atul, why it's not showing, because you are changing in the property of a system. You're not changing in the property of a particular user, or a user is not setting up the form or the way he want to see according to his needs. So we are making the change in the personalized system. That's fine. Header divider strip, this one you are talking, this one. If you see here, or somehow this thing. Okay, maybe this on the top. Then navigate header footer, these things, navigations bar, you can make a change here. I put it here. Background expanded. So multiple properties are there. You just see the things and you can do make a changes. Like a tab color. This thing. Navigation space bar. Make a change. Even I have no idea that how much changes I'm doing here or what will be going to be impact me. All these things you can do it here. Okay. This is one important that selected base theme. Okay.
Sorry, Atul, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to interrupt you. I got lost. Where I'm looking for the system properties. I don't see them in my my navigator.
Okay. So you log in which ID? You log in with Equi or you are using your personal instance?
With my ID. Yeah, with my ID.
Okay. So go to the application navigator and search for the system properties you will find here. And under that, you will find the basic configurations.
System properties. My system properties, when I click on it. Okay.
No. Don't click on the system properties. Under system property, you will get a basic configuration because system property is the application. We are not working on application. We're always we're not using the application. We are always using the modules of that application. So basic configuration. Yes.
Atul, we don't have access to the module under system properties.
Yeah, we don't have.
Wait, let me check your account quickly. Okay, so let me save this record first. Okay, maybe I did not give you the all rights, all the all stuff basically. Let me check. Okay, so impersonate you. See, it is their basic configuration.
Basic configuration.
Yep.
So you
can search with the system properties. You can search with the basic configuration. It is already there.
Okay.
Because I give the same rights which I have.
I went to my instance and I was able to find it, but let me go back to this instance that you created for us. Basic configuration.
No problem.
It's not there. We don't have it. Oh, we do. Sorry. I'm sorry.
I impersonate to Farha only.
Yeah, I see it. I see now. Thank you.
No problem. Okay, so this is the one thing which we discuss here in the system property. Let me go again back to the system properties here. Okay, now one thing which I want to tell you here, if you are working as a functional consultant or you are working as a developer, okay, sometimes there's a lot of issues raised by the customer. And it doesn't mean that every time you reach out to the technical team and say, boss, it is not working. Try to identify the root cause of that particular issue. And you will be surprised that many times the answer lies in the system property only. So you can check the properties and then you can update or do the stuff. So like we done for the UI 15 and this is for the UI 6. Sorry, UI 16 we done. It is for the UI 15. Okay. So you can make a changes accordingly and you can check by switching the things here and there. Okay. Now I tell you on the my company. Okay. When I purchase, when I buy, when I download this particular instance, I got a company by my name by default. Learn and grow. So see, this is my company name. So by default, ServiceNow created a company for me, learn and grow here only. Okay. So that is the only thing, because if I click on, if I change this to service management, this will become the service management. If I change to something else, it will change something else as well. So you can make a changes from here as well. Though you want to change the banner text. And click on the save. Let me reload my page. See, learn and grow. So by any way you can make a change in your company name. That is not an issue. Okay. So let me put a complete. Okay. Let me save this. Now, important point or the next point is basically, because see, these are the things which is required to understand system properties. Now this is called the UI properties, a very important. Okay. And there's a huge list. See. Okay. Now I will tell you that the things which you are able to see on a form, from where these are coming actually. Okay. So number one, that show names instead of the email address in the activity header. I'll tell you one thing here. Let me open. Okay. Let me open any incident here. See, they're talking about this place. Once we start working on the email notification, so it's saying that you want to show the name instead of the email address on the header of the emails, activity header. So on this place, or maybe on this place. Sorry, yep, this place. Activity header is this. Okay. So if I make it as a true, it will change the property for me. This thing. Okay. Roles, those can view the email activity, means who can see that emails are coming here or not. Again, it's little advanced now, but as of now you can just listen it, that how it's be working here and there. Okay. So these things. Assigned to. Okay, now let me come this part. You can see this image, right? You can see this image, you can see this image, you can see this image. From where these images are coming? These are coming from the properties. So assign to image. Click here and you can see a lot of images are there. So you can upload your own images as well and you can use those in the day-to-day routine as well. So you can see. Okay. Once it will load all the images, then we can see. So these all are the images available in ServiceNow. So in short, my purpose to tell you this thing is that these basic things are coming from the properties only. Let me show you a little more. Let me go back. Activity, additional comment and style. So, okay, what I can request you now, today you guys need to do the practice of the UI properties, but do the practice in your own instance, because if Farah is doing the practice and Roshan is doing the practice in my instance, then they will override the properties. The person who will save in the last will override everyone property. So do the practice in your personal instance by changing these things. Okay. Important point which I want to show you here is that, see, now on this form we have update, resolve, delete, and follow. I want insert and stay as well. Let me click here. See, show save, insert, and insert stay button on the form. I say yes. Let me save this. You remember that day before yesterday we were discussing that I need an insert button or the save button. From the properties these things come actually. Let me reload this page. See, save is coming and insert, or maybe that is not applicable for this one, but my save button is coming like this here now. Okay, why is coming? Because we are making changes in the property level. Here we make a change here actually. Okay, enable the right click to edit context menu on the application navigator. On the application navigator, this thing. Sorry, this place. This is a right click. I am enabling it. If you say this and save, let's see what happened. I never use this property, but we can do R&D these things. Maybe some other purpose is this for particular stuff. Allow attachment drag and drop. You can drag and drop and make it as an attachment there as well. Okay. Then control how many attachment appear on the form. It means that if I'm putting attachment here, how many attachment will be shown to me. Let me show the example. Okay, I'm putting as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. See, this is again one image coming in the ServiceNow, right? So now I done this part and save it. How many on the top you can see? 3, because it is coming from this property 3. Let me put as a 6 and save here. Yep. And now let me reload my page. See, you can see all the 6. Got the point that how the changes are available here. So many times we don't know that from where these things are coming, and these are coming only for a specific properties only. Okay. Any doubt, any question, any clarification required till this point? Anyone?
No, it's clear.
No,
Roshan, Reshma, Gaurav, Mahesh.
no, it's clear, but we need to practice a little bit.
Definitely yes. That is the main motto of the class here. Initial 2-3 days you guys were relaxed because I was speaking, you were listening. But now I'm relaxing because I done my part and you have to do the practice now. But I'm sure that now you guys are getting, or you guys can correlate this work with your day-to-day routine life. That Atul told that this is coming from the properties. So what I can suggest you as well, maybe Ikwi, Farah, Sachin, go and try to read or study about the properties in your official instances. You came to know these things. Okay, if you don't have access, it means you don't have a role for the same. But if you have access, please go and check it. Okay, let me pick a few more here. Okay, now one more thing which is important for you guys, Equifara and Sheen and Sachin. We have a policy in my incident management that a incident will be moved to the close state after 7 days or 5 days or 3 days automatically once the incident moved to the resolved state. Yes, I'm sure that you have this practice in your office work as well.
Not quite, because
How many days? 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 10, 15.
We have incidents that are open for a long time. All our incidents have to be manually closed.
Okay.
At least the ones I'm sure of. We
Okay.
just have to
Okay.
keep following up with the end users.
Today too, you go and check with your teammates that is there any way that my incident get auto closed once it move to the resolve state. If say yes, ask them how many days is the time period, and you will see that this time period is coming from this property. Number of days after which resolve incident automatically is closed. It means if I put the 7 days, my ticket, my incident will move to the resolve close state after 7 days. If I put 1 day, after 1 day, it's going to the these things. Now,
what if I clear out that? What if I don't put any value in there?
it will be disabled then. It will be manual part. See, 0 disable this feature. If you put 0, it means I need to do the closing manually.
Okay. Oh
Okay.
yeah, it says it there. Thank you.
Yes, but the thing is that you are using this in the operation, but you don't know that from where these things are triggering actually. And that is the reason we are discussing in the training the basic stuff which is required to understand the basics of a day-to-day routine. Now, okay, let me tell you one more thing. Show buttons at the end of the form and the form header, submit and update. So you can see here, these buttons are on the top as well, right? Let me open a new record here. Like update is because submit is not available, that incident is already created. And you can see here the buttons are available in the bottom as well. See from where these are coming. These are coming by this way. Let me remove. Yes. And now if I reload my page, let the property should be saved first. And now this button will be gone from here. Only update, save will be still there, I guess. Okay, no button is there. That's fine. It means this property remove all your buttons from the bottom and the top. Then how you can save it? You can save only by context menu. Okay, so let me bring that thing. Again, very minute, but it is available for me. I say yes and yes. Okay. Display choice missing list entry. That is one other thing which we can make it maybe later on. Few of the coding part, mandatory fields kind of stuff on the client validation. That is one of the thing. Okay. Maximum number of autocomplete matches to return to the email client applies separately to the user and group. So suppose I'm here now. Okay, let me reload my page. Shit, let me save this property first. I'm just giving a try here. Okay, let me reload. Okay, and now I go here and click on the email. Okay, I want to search with the name A. See, so it's showing me the 10 matches, top 10 matches. So from where this count is coming? This count is coming from this property. This property. If I put 30, it will show me the 30 as of now. Save and reload. Are you surprised by seeing this property or not?
Yeah, I like it. I like it because anytime I see how it looks on from my end at work, and I always wonder how it remembers. Yeah, how those people that I've put in just recently. So yeah, that's good.
Now, if I put A, see, 30, because I put the limit as a 30. Now, if I put here, opened by A, see.
So that works with every field.
Every field, not every field. They mention in the property. If you see here, 30. See, applies separately to the user and the group as well. Email is the one other thing, and separately it will work for the user and the group count as well. Okay, So there are the multiple properties which you can find it here. So today's homework, go and see these property one by one. A lot of properties are there. Even I don't know that how many properties I know actually in the picture of this particular things. Okay. So by this manner, we can make a changes in the property and we can do the stuff at our end. Okay. Now, page response time, all these things. No, Equi, you should not be asleep, even for you as well. A teacher understand everything quickly. Okay. Okay, now let me go to the again system properties. I truly appreciate you both actually, Farah and Shim, that you are getting up in morning 4 o'clock and doing your prayers and coming for the class. Equi specifically because it's a late night after work, you completely tired and you want to come to the training specifically where you need to be just listen or watch. It's feeling sleepy, but we have to do because we have to be learn actually. Okay, now let's come to the next topic, system properties. Now, if you want to make any change in the system part specifically, we save it, right? Yes. Now click on the, this is, I'll not picking this up because this is for the my mobile application in the CSS. Let me go to the system part here. System basically it work on the development perspective. Okay. ServiceNow says don't change the properties without getting the estimation on the impact part. You make a changes as per your requirement, that's fine. But if you do a lot of changes or maybe you increase or decrease the limit a lot, it can impact the performance as well. Like I can put 30 here so that I can find the 30 names. But if you put the what I can say auto closure of the incident for the 70 days, it can impact on the system because every day it will go back and search for the 70 days data. Okay. So the same manner ServiceNow says that if you can use my default properties, that will be good because it will not going to impact on your system. But if you want to make changes, then you can make changes as well according to your need. Recommendation, stick on the out of the box. Yes, Farah.
Here we are exploring system module. When we this module is used why and when we use this let's say this module, because as you just showed,
Okay.
if you want to change something will impact all users, we go to UI properties and we do the customization, etc. And now we are exploring system module. It's used for which
Yes.
reason
Okay.
exactly? When
Okay.
we can
So Farah, you are staying in your home, right? Definitely every day, day in, day out, you do some kind of a cleaning of your home, sweeping, dusting, making your home good place to live. Put some showpieces, put some good pictures, maybe some images, some collage you make it and you can put in the home.
yeah
Okay.
yeah
But is it mean that you do this work only, what I can say, when someone is coming to your home as a guest?
no
No. Why? Because this is your home. You want to make this home a little more good and happy. And that is the reason if you don't have a admin rights, no one can make a changes in the properties. I come to your home, I cannot make changes in your home because I'm not the member of your family. I'm just a guest for one day. You tell me, Atul, you need to be sleep or you need to be use that room. I will be stay there in that room only. I'm not allowed to go and make changes in your furniture or your interior as well because I'm not the admin there. But yes, you make a changes for me because you know that my guests are coming. Let me clean their house. Let me set up their house properly so that he or she can easily take a rest in that particular room. So that is the reason system is a module specifically which is always used, or means these properties are or these modules are basically only for the admin purpose. it will never ever applicable for ITL user. Okay, because these things make or giving a flexibility to the admin to make a changes in their own home. The rest all are the guest for me. Okay, so that is the reason. I can understand the point why you ask this, because till the time you start working in ServiceNow, you never see these modules because you don't have a role for the same. You don't have access for the same. And today, first time you are seeing, so you're surprised why I'm not able to see earlier, because you are the guest in the ServiceNow. You're not the admin of that ServiceNow tool as of now. Okay, so that is the thing. So you can make a changes in this property, then you can make a changes in the email properties. We will discuss this. Okay, we will discuss this in detail, how to enable or disable it. Man, I'm getting emails as well. Okay, we discuss this in complete detail when we go for the email notifications. Okay, so basically these are the properties. A lot of things are there, like text search. When you search this thing, okay, tell me which mechanism, which method, which formula ServiceNow use in the searching part. Tell me. It's 2 days I did not ask this question. Equi. Which technique, which mechanism, which method they are using?
I don't know. Simple query.
No. Farah. I'm upset. My students are not studying after the class. That's look bad.
I went and searched for that thing, and what I was seeing was more like back end, command line interface kind of thing. So no. I couldn't find the answer to that. That's why I couldn't. I'm still confused. Okay,
Sachin, what do you say? Which technology, which method, which mechanism, which formula, which algorithm?
Oh, I think I know what you mean now.
Text indexing.
Which one? Sorry.
Text indexes.
No.
Is it simple?
Simple, no. Let me ask this question to everyone then. Sachin. Roshan. Reshma.
Is it a Zing testing indexing?
Which one?
Zing text index.
Zing text indexing. Okay. Reshma, क्या कहते हो? What do you say?
No, sir, I have no idea.
Mahesh. Gaurav.
No, sir, no idea.
No idea. Sachin.
Could you repeat your question?
Which kind of a formula, which mechanism, which method, which technique, which algorithm ServiceNow use in the search functionality? Okay. Who gave me the answer of the Zing index searching?
Index searching?
It's me.
Roshan, right?
Searching.
It's Roshan or who?
Yes, sir, Roshan.
Okay. So guys, yes, Zing is the method. Zing is the formula. Zing is the algorithm which ServiceNow use in the global search. Okay. ZING. Basically, this is the indexing formula. Okay. This is the one of the question which can be asked in the CSA examination as well. Zing is that method or formula or the indexing way in global search. Thanks, Roshan. Good.
Thanks, sir.
Okay. So now you can make a change in the text query as well. In this way. You can go and make a changes and you can do the things at your end. A lot of things are depend on the technical part, which we're not going to discuss here, but I'm just giving you options here. Like global text search is one of the property here. This is on the top. It will be gone now. And let me reload my page. See, it's gone. Why? Because I unchecked this part. Let me tick it. Who can use this functionality? A user who has an ITL role, who is an admin role, can use this functionality. How many search results you want to come when it is done? I say I want 20 results.
Excuse me, Atul, could you
Yes,
repeat this manipulation, please?
Okay.
I was I was taking notes and I didn't see what you have done.
So we were discussing that we can enable or disable the global text here.
Okay.
By using this property, number one. Second, who can use this property or who can use this global search? The user who has an ITL role, or the text underscore search role, or the admin role. These all can use this functionality. Okay. If you search something, you get a results. How many results you want for every return? I want minimum 20 results for every return to be shown to me here. Now let me save this and reload my page so that I get my global search back here. It's showing top 20 records. See, top 20 records. Top 20 records it's showing. Why 20? Because I set up the property in such a manner. From which property it's coming? Let me show you here. It's coming from this property 20. If I put as a 5 and click save, it will show me the top 5 results only. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So these are coming from these particular properties here. Okay. So in short, if I say that we have multiple things available in the system properties, the only thing is required to understand those now, to grab those now, to do the testing for those now. Okay, so like this, we done that part. Okay, maybe I can show you something here which we missed out when it's on SLA part. Okay, so these things, SLA properties are there. Because SLA we did not discuss, so it is tough to be understand, but something is available for the SLA as well. But these are the system properties. Don't be confused. If I show you one more thing here and I search for the properties. So now you can see I have a property for the example I show you. See, for the incident also I have a properties. For the problem, I have a problem property. So these are the module specific properties. Which we discussed just now are the system specific properties. Both are the different one. Okay, so don't be confused. Second point, if you make any change in any property, either in the system property or module property, it will be impacting every user. It is not a personalized format. It is a global change. Let me introduce one more time here. If you make change in any of the property, those changes called the global changes. So because it's going to be impact each and everyone in my system. Okay. Any question, any doubt till this point?
No,
No, for
as I told you, we need to practice a little bit and to
Yes.
see the
Yes.
behavior, the changes.
Do practice, listen or the see the properties, make a changes, and then you will understand.
Okay.
At least understand those property, those things which are using in day out in your routine, in your actual official works, so that you should know that from where these things are coming, how these things are be operating here. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Now I have a question here. Shall we proceed to the next topic or can we close the call for today? Because this is a complete topic we need to be discussed.
Okay.
What do you say?
Yes. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay. Sure. Now the question come. Yesterday I give you the username and the password. Let me open my notepad as well. Okay. Yesterday I shared the username and the password with you guys. Okay. Everybody is happily able to log in into that my instance and start working on the same.
Yes.
But did you guys notice that how that user has been created? What role has been given by Atul to us so that we are able to do the needful in the instance? Okay. So now we have a three different terms: user, role, and okay. When I say the user, anyone who want to use my service now is a user for me. Okay. I'm not saying it is the end user. So please stick on the words here. Anyone who want to use my ServiceNow tool is a user for me. Okay. If I change this example into the layman example, Farah and family staying in a home. Okay. So suppose in Farah family, total 5 members are there or the 6 members are there. Okay. So all 6 members are the user of that particular house or the home or the flat. Okay. Number 1 point. Second point is says that for her best friend, Shihim can come to Farah home at any point of time and can go to any room of that particular home. It can be Farah's study room, it can be their living room, it can be their master bedroom, any room she can go there, go at any point of time. She can come at the midnight, she can come in the early morning, she can come in the evening because Shihim has a rule called the friendship. And that is the best friendship rule Shihim has get from the Farah. Okay. Now I add one more topic on the top of that. Farah has 5 best friends. Shihim, Equi, Equi 1, Shihim 2, Equi 2, Shihim 3. Let's take this as an example. And Farah told to his mom, Mom, if any one of these 5 come to our home at any point of time, allow them to come into my bedroom directly. Don't say, please stay in guest room, I'll call to Farah. No. They can come in my room at any point of time. Okay. Now, if you see this example, we segregated or we pick up the 3 major terms. Okay. Number 1, we say the user. Number 1, we talk about the role. It is a friendship is a role. License. When I say that end user don't require any license, it means end user don't require any role into the service now. Like Farha, sorry, like Shihim. Shihim has a license because she is best friend of Farha. Okay, so she has a role and she has a license for the same. Now, if I talk about the group is basically set of people who work for a specific or who are the specialized in a specific area and work on the specific task. Farha's friends are allowed, a group of friends, 5 or 6 group of friends are allowed to come into his study room or the bedroom at any point of time. But those are not allowed in his parents' room. If Atul Grover come to Farha home or Shihim or Ikwi home, I'm not allowed to go inside any room. I'm just allowed to sit into the guest room and wait for Farha, Shihim, Ikwi, Roshan or Santosh or sorry Sachin to come and pick up me for the next part. Okay. Now the question comes, why we need a group on the top? Why we need the group mechanism in ServiceNow? Question to everyone, and let me start this point from the Reshma. Reshma, what do you think that why we need the group management? Reshma, bolo. Okay, Sachin. Why we need the group management?
This is for technical teams or other functional teams.
Okay.
Suppose I'm working for some particular team like networking team. So I have 15 people in my team, and there are some group requirements.
Okay.
The coordination could be good for that.
Coordination for good for that. Okay. What else?
Because we need to identify, let's say, the scope of work for each group. We need to know for each user it belongs to each let's say domain or to each to which domain or to which um, capacities or accessibilities defined by the group. We need to identify the scope of work, let's say.
Or we can say security.
I think because and she's kind of right in my opinion. I think she's right. You don't want to create roles and attach it to individual users, so you want to create a group to creating buckets of people or packets of people. So it makes it easy for you to, like what she's saying, to create to give them similar access, just
Right.
and then identifying those group of people rather than doing it for every individual person. It will be like it's always better to just apply a role access to a group of users that they should have similar access in the system rather than doing it for every individual person.
Right. Okay. So I got the answer which I'm looking for specifically. Number one, that it helped to classify or clarify or set up a team for a specialized one. Number one point is that's fine. Second point, we can give a role to the group and it will be cascading to the users as well. That's fine. Number 3 point, which is good, that if we have a group on the place, we can assign any incident, any record, any issue, any problem to a specific group, and anyone from that group can pick up that issue and work on that particular stuff. 100% agree, 100% right answers you gave now. Now, if I go to this particular format, here you need to be remember few best practices. And when I say the best practice means that you guys who are working as a consultant in ServiceNow, make sure that these best practice should be followed. Number one point is that never ever assign any role. Never ever assign any role to any user directly. Number 1 point. It is a thumb rule. Never ever any role to be assigned to any user. Number 1. Always assign a role to a group only, and from the group it will be cascade to the users only. Okay, so when you add any person, sorry,
that role will be cascaded to the group users.
Yes, right. Tomorrow when we do this practical part, now I'll show you that how I created your users and how you are getting the access in the system. Okay, so fundamental says create a user, create a group, add user in group, and give role to. So like A no B, B no C, A no C as well. That is the way we are working. So number one step is this. Number one, number two, 2.1. Okay. And number three. This is the best practice we always follow in our service now. Always remember this thing. If your development team say, hey, I'm giving you the role directly, boss, it is not a best practice. Please create a group and add me in that group and give me the role. Because the reason is that why it's required, because if any user leave the organization, you need to just remove that person from the group and all the required role automatically move out from that particular user. Okay, in movies we saw there is a fight between father and the son, and father said, I am taking you out from my all properties. It means you are the part of my group and now you are no longer part of my family. It means you are not allowed, you are not eligible for anything which belong to me, either assets, either liabilities. You are not bothered from going forward. Kick out. Okay. So that is a fundamental we use in our service now as well. Okay. Any doubt, any question, any clarification on this part? Ikvi, Farhashi, Roshan.
So
It's
in
clear.
Yes, sir.
ServiceNow, we assign role to a group, not a user.
Yes. We always assign a role to the group, not to a user directly.
Okay.
Okay. Even though it is a single user only, better to create a group and then add that user in the group. Maybe today is only single user, but tomorrow it can be more user as well, right? Let's take example. Today I am a single trainer for you guys. Tomorrow I call one of my friends and say, do you know the scripting? Let's have a discussion with my students as well, my participants as well. Then we are the two members. Then I need to be give all the roles to them as well. It is again tough for me. Maybe something I missed out. So what I did, I create one group for me. If any trainer come tomorrow, I'll add him in my group only, so that he also get the same access immediately, which I had.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So let's close the call here only. Tomorrow we will see practically that how I can create a user group and role assignments work. Okay.
Can I ask a question? Was
Yes,
that how
please.
you created our accesses
Yes.
by creating a group and then
Yes.
assigning us to that
Yes.
group? Okay, thank you.
Yes. I created a single users. I created a group and I assign a role to that particular group, not to the individual user. Otherwise, it is.
So I guess most of the work would be in just creating that, first of all, creating that role, and then creating
Yes.
this, because you have to like put all this for the system properties and everything. And I don't know if system properties affects the role, but the system properties, that's where you do all the work in the role access, and then
Yes.
you assign the role access to the group. Okay.
Right. Because okay, what you can guys do now here, go here, click on the profile. Just take a step, not if you want to note down this thing. Click on the profile, okay, and click on this additional action and change the view to the default. Okay, and see that how many rows you guys have. See, I have a 260 rows. Do you think that I put my name 260 times in a group, in a role? No. For me, I done the shortcut. But for you guys, what I did, let me show you here. See, 220 roles. Do you think that I added Farah 220 times in a group and you are the 9 people? So more than 1800 times I need to do that, but no. I created one group for you guys, batch 3. And I add everyone in batch 3 here. So you can see here. You all 9 members are here. And then I add the role into this group, everybody getting the all roles which is required here. Tomorrow we will see that how this practically can be done. Okay.
And this is under user administration,
Yes.
administration module. Okay.
Yes,
Thank
it
you.
is user administration only. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so no other doubt, no other question. We are good to close the call today. Let's connect again tomorrow on the same time. And if we just check with Johnson that he should go to the previous videos so that he can be catch up us tomorrow again. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks
Thank
everyone.
you.
Bye bye.
Have a good day. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.